Did you know? Is there a strange commonality among the most successful people you've ever admired? From Elon Musk to Oprah Winfrey. To the quiet but deeply inspiring teachers? It's not that they wake up earlier than other people. It's not that they're better at planning. It's that they know how to end the day properly. When the rest of the world goes to sleep, that's when they start to light up. What's most important? Their inner self. And if you are tired of feeling like you are living too fast, too much, without knowing where you are going or who you are becoming, then perhaps the key is not in working more, but in looking back. From childhood to adulthood, we are always taught, start the day strong, have a productive morning, get up early, make a to-do list. All of that is not wrong. But there's something more important that very few people notice. Successful people don't just start out great, they finish great. They don't let a day go by without looking back. They do not let themselves fall asleep unconsciously. But they turn the evening hours into a ritual of spiritual enlightenment. Think about it. During the day, you're acting. You have to face pressure, deadlines, expectations from your boss, from society, from your family. You express yourself. You force yourself to be strong, to be happy, to be right. But at night, you don't act anymore. No one looks. No one asks. There is only one person left, you and yourself. And at that moment, successful people do not miss it. They use it as a mirror, not a mirror of the outside, but a mirror of the inside. They ask themselves, have I lived as a decent human being? Am I acting according to my values? Am I getting closer to the person I want to become? I once had a friend who was an entrepreneur. He told me something I will never forget. The evening is where I check to see if I'm being the person I promised myself I would be during the day. No matter how busy he is, every night he spends 15 minutes writing down a few lines, what he did well, what he was not satisfied with, what he needed to improve, not to punish himself, but to understand himself better. No spotlight, no audience, no story to post. Just have a short chat with your soul. How about you? Do you ever stop at the end of the day to look back at yourself without rushing, without judgment? Or do you let yourself fall asleep with your phone, with your thoughts in turmoil, without having had time to process your emotions, without having had time to heal anything? If each day is a brick that builds up who you are, then ending today properly is the way to lay the last brick neatly and firmly. In this video, I'll share with you 6 evening habits that successful people secretly practice, not to show off, not to checklist, but to nurture a strong version of themselves from within. They don't just turn on the bedroom light. They know how to turn on the light in their minds. And maybe, after today, you will start doing the same, not to become someone else, but to return to my true self. There is a very simple question, but it can change your life, if you dare to be honest with it, every night before going to bed. The question is, today, am I living up to the person I want to be? It sounds abstract, but if you actually sit down, no phone, no social media, no TV, and just be quiet for a few minutes, you will find the answer inside you very clearly. Successful people are not just good at doing, they are good at looking back, not to torment, but to live right, because true success is not about achievements, but about whether you still maintain your core values. Blank. underscore, blank. Try to remember today. Have you ever lied for convenience? Was there a moment when you compromised with something you didn't believe was right? Or did you behave unkindly just because you were in a hurry? Or because you were angry? These are not mistakes that make you a bad person. But if you don't look back, you will gradually lose yourself without knowing it. And the scariest thing is not that other people don't understand you, but you yourself no longer know who you are. Successful people, at the end of the day, look in the mirror. They look back at their words, actions, decisions, and ask themselves, am I living what I believe? Where did I betray myself? If so, they acknowledge it. No denial, no blame, no excuses. They remind themselves, I will do better tomorrow. That's all. Enough to keep their conscience in line with their actions. Blank, underscore, blank. I once heard a mentor say, don't wait until you're successful to live right, but live right, and you will succeed. This made me think a lot. We are too busy working, but sometimes I forget to be human. So, at the end of the day, don't ask, how much have I done? Ask, what have I done that reflects the person I want to become? Blank, underscore, blank. And if that question feels heavy, start lighter, with a second habit. Write down one thing you are grateful for today, no matter how small. Sounds simple, but this very simplicity, if done regularly, will change the way you see the world. Successful people don't wait for something big to be grateful for. They train themselves to see the light in seemingly ordinary things. A genuine smile from a stranger. A hot cup of tea when the mind is troubled. Keep calm for once instead of getting angry. An email reply after you have waited too long. Or just a quiet evening. Writing down the little things won't change your life right away. But it changes the operating system in your head. Instead of defaulting to finding fault, finding problems, finding stress, you will start to pay attention to the positive, the right, the good, and what you pay attention to will grow. Blank, underscore, blank. I tried this habit for 30 days. At first, it was difficult to write down something I am grateful for, because I'm so used to finding reasons to worry. But then, little by little, I began to see, oh, I didn't get stuck in traffic today. That's something to be thankful for. I smiled at my mother today. I haven't done that in a long time. Today I didn't check my phone after 10 p.m., a small victory. But a real one. It's the little things that calm my mind. Sleep is also deeper. And the next morning, I started my day with gratitude, instead of racing. Blank, underscore, blank. You don't have to change the world. Just change the way you end each day. Take a few minutes before bed to ask, am I living up to what I believe? And, what am I grateful for today? Two simple questions, but if you do them consistently, they will make a difference, in a quiet but profound way. Because successful people are not just successful out there. They start by not betraying themselves, every night, when they are alone. Blank, underscore, blank. If you're ready to move on, join me in habit number 3, where you'll learn how to build inner confidence that doesn't need validation from anyone. If you had exactly 5 minutes left before you closed your eyes to go to sleep, what would you do? Many people will curl up in their phones, scrolling until their eyelids feel heavy. But successful people don't. They used that last moment to do something simple but extremely important. They look back to validate themselves. Not everyone has a companion who is always there to say, "You did a great job." Not everyone has a boss, a spouse, or a community that encourages them every day. But successful people understand that if you don't recognize yourself, no one else can do it for you. Every night before going to bed, they ask themselves, "What did I do well today?" And they don't need to look for anything big. Just 3 things. Could be, I finished my work on time. Although I was very tired. I managed to control my anger during a difficult meeting. I chose to eat healthy instead of giving up like I always do. Sounds simple, right? But it's the little things that make a big difference. Because true confidence doesn't come from how much you hear compliments from others, but comes from knowing you're moving forward, one step at a time. Blank. Underscore. Blank. I used to feel, I'm not good enough. I haven't done anything significant today. But then, a teacher told me, don't wait until you achieve great things to be proud of yourself. Be proud that you didn't give up today. From then on, I started trying to write down 3 things I did well every night. It was hard at first. I felt like I couldn't do anything right. But then, when I wrote, I didn't say anything bad about anyone today. I didn't procrastinate on my exercise today. I called my mother today. I realized, I'm not as incompetent as I think. I just forgot to look back. Blank. Underscore. Blank. And then, along with self-acknowledgement, comes an equally important, yet subtle, step. Write down 1 thing to improve, without judgment. Listen carefully. No judgment. We tend to be extreme with ourselves. Just make a little mistake and blame yourself. Scold yourself, even despite yourself. And that doesn't help you grow. It just wears you down. Losers are often tormented. Successful people observe and learn. Blank. Underscore. Blank. They wrote down, I lacked patience when talking to my relatives today. I reacted too quickly in a stressful situation today. Today I procrastinated on something I knew was important. But they don't let that define them. They don't let a mistake become an excuse to beat themselves up. They understand that mistakes are not proof of weakness, they are fuel for growth. Blank. Underscore. Blank. I call this the habit of looking in the soul mirror, seeing yourself clearly without hating yourself. Imagine this. When you stand in front of the mirror every night and see a blemish on your face, what do? You would wipe it away, not smash the whole mirror. You wouldn't call yourself dirty just because of a speck of dust. Would you? The same goes for the mind. One mistake in a day does not define who you are. As long as you dare to look back, dare to fix, and keep trying. Blank. Underscore. Blank. So, before you go to bed tonight, write down 3 things you did well. And 1 thing you can do better, no blame. Just progress. Do this every night and you will begin to rebuild your trust in yourself. No need to be praised. No need to succeed in front of others. Just know, you are living on purpose. Every day. Blank. Underscore. Blank. In the next section, I'll share with you one of the most magical habits that helps successful people create their future, even while they sleep. You don't want to miss that. There is one thing most people miss before going to bed. They don't prepare for tomorrow. They just hope for a better tomorrow. But successful people are different. They don't let tomorrow come as a surprise. They draw it out, in their heads, before they close their eyes. Blank. Underscore. Blank. Every night, they take a few minutes, no pen and paper, no grand plan, just to sit with themselves and visualize. They wonder, how do I want to wake up tomorrow? What does my ideal morning look like? How will I appear in important conversations? How will I react when I encounter obstacles? And most importantly, what do I want to feel by the end of tomorrow? Blank. Underscore. Blank. This is not a dream. Not realistic coloring. It is a habit of setting goals intuitively. Because you know, when you clearly visualize what you want, your brain starts to register it as real. The subconscious mind cannot distinguish between fantasy and reality. It just knows. This is what you are getting yourself into. And then it silently guides your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors tomorrow, following the map you drew the night before. Blank. Underscore. Blank. Sometimes, I try to imagine a morning full of energy. I find myself waking up early, not hitting snooze, stepping out of bed feeling ready. I picture myself finishing my manuscript on time, having a positive conversation with my loved one, and having a relaxing evening. Strangely enough, the next day, I did almost the same thing. Not that I forced myself, but because I had lightly programmed my mind since last night. Blank. Underscore. Blank. If you feel like you start every morning tired, confused, or lacking purpose, then chances are the problem isn't the morning, but how you end your evening. And speaking of ending the evening, there is a seemingly simple thing that is silently sabotaging your ability to live mindfully. That is, holding the phone until falling asleep. Blank. Underscore. Blank. Successful people know this. They don't let their brains get dragged down by notifications, perfect social media images, or endless videos. Instead of letting their phones steer them to sleep, they proactively put it down. They choose to reconnect with themselves. Some people sit still and breathe deeply for a few minutes. Someone wrote a few lines in the diary. Some people read a light page of a book. Some people simply silently look back at how the day went. Blank. Underscore. Blank. You might think, it's just the last few minutes of the day. What's the big deal? But I tell you the truth. It's those last few minutes that will determine the quality of your sleep. But quality sleep is the foundation for everything tomorrow, from your emotions, to your ability to concentrate, to how you react to the world. I used to be the one who stayed up late, never leaving my phone, and I find myself waking up in a state of confusion, stress, and reaction rather than initiative. It was only when I started turning off technology and turning myself back on that I realized. Nighttime wakefulness is the first step to daytime wakefulness. Blank. Underscore. Blank. So, before you go to bed tonight, try turning off your phone 15 minutes earlier. Take that time to visualize your ideal tomorrow, as if it were actually coming. And to listen to yourself again, without judgment, without rushing. Because successful people don't wait for tomorrow to come. They prepare for it, in silence. From tonight, blank underscore blank. In the concluding part of this series, I'll talk about why ending the day the right way is the way to start over every night. You don't want to miss that part. They spend the end of the day not running away from fatigue, but facing themselves in silence, not with deadlines, not with social media, not with anyone else's eyes, but with only one person, the person in the mirror. But that's not the mirror in the bathroom. It is the mirror of the soul, a place that reflects the truth within. Without color, without filter, without lies, blank underscore blank. You can't pretend to yourself when the night falls, when there's no noise, when no one's watching, when you put your phone away and close your eyes. That's when you're truly you. Blank underscore blank. Successful people understand this. They don't end the day by skimming through the last few videos. They complete today with honesty. They don't need glory. They need the truth. They don't need applause. They need answers for themselves. Am I living right today? Did I hurt anyone? Have I done anything that I will regret tomorrow? Can I keep my promise to myself? Blank underscore blank. And if the answer is not as expected, they do not hide. They don't say, let's do it tomorrow. Don't blame. Don't wash their hands. They looked straight and chose to do it again. Blank underscore blank. I know many people fear this moment of silence because it makes us realize things that we try to avoid during the day. Impatience, anger not healed, persistent procrastination, concern about the future, feeling empty after a seemingly very busy day. Blank underscore blank. But my friend, it's being honest with yourself every night that will save you from living wrongly for a lifetime. None of us are perfect, but anyone can start over if they dare to look in the mirror. Blank underscore blank. There is a saying I really like. Maturity is not about becoming better every day, but rather daring to be more honest with yourself every night. Blank underscore blank. So, you don't have to change the whole world tomorrow. You just need to start with one small thing. Dare to look at yourself every night. Take a few minutes before going to bed. Put down your phone. Turn off the TV. Close your laptop. Sit back. Take a deep breath. And ask yourself a simple question. Am I being true to myself? If the answer is yes, smile to yourself and be grateful. If it's no, don't blame me. Just seeing it, you've come a long way. Blank underscore blank. Because the truth doesn't make you weak, the truth makes you stronger. Because light does not come from outside, it comes from within. And because true success doesn't start in the morning, it starts the moment you dare to face yourself every night. Blank underscore blank. You don't need anyone to validate your worth. You just need to be able to look yourself straight in the mirror of your soul every night, and not turn away. Only then will you truly master yourself. And from there, you can master anything else in life. Blank underscore blank. Thank you for staying until the end of this video. If you found today's content touched something inside you, leave a comment below. I'll start over tonight. Because real change doesn't wait until tomorrow morning. Blank underscore blank. Right finger, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so that every week You have a place to return to enlighten yourself, gently, mindfully and deeply.